welcome to Indianapolis, Indiana, and today is race day for the Intercontinental GT Challenges Indy 8-hour. And why am I talking so softly? Well, it's still early in the morning, and my second shooter, Brent, is upstairs, and he's still catching some Z's. But I'm going to go and start my day a little bit earlier than him. But look how close we are to the track here. Like, that's the track right there. So our rental house is like right, like just on an angle, like kitty corner to the track. It's like a 5-minute walk to gate 2. Incredible. We're still driving though, because once you go through gate 2, you have to walk through the entire track. So we're still driving, but very close to the track. It's incredible. I'm going to start my race day today by going for my run like I do most days. So I'm going to go and do that. I'll catch you guys back here and we'll talk through the day and head to the track. So why don't I actually talk you through this while I'm out on my run? Why don't we do that? Get two birds stoned at once. First off, if you're new to the channel, my name's Mark and I travel all over the world filming car racing. Mostly sports car racing and different championships like IMSA, North America, the World Endurance Championship, GT World Challenge, and the Intercontinental GT Challenge, which is what I'm filming in Indy this weekend. I've actually just found this like lovely little trail to go for a run on, the B&O Trail, just through downtown Speedway. So the racetrack here in Indy is actually in like a little suburb called Speedway, which makes sense. Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Speedway the town, it works. Now I was just in Indy actually 2 weekends ago to film the IMSA race, which is the 6 hours. And I had planned to vlog that race, but it just really didn't go how I thought it was gonna go. It wasn't super exciting. And I honestly forgot to vlog at multiple points because of how busy I was. So I figured this will be the one and only Indianapolis Motor Speedway vlog of the year. So we'll cut one Indy vlog and just have the Indianapolis 8-hour. So next question, what is the Indianapolis 8-hour? Well, it's the final round of the Intercontinental GT Challenge. Next question, what's the Intercontinental GT Challenge? Well, IGTC, as I'll call it going forward, is basically a 4-round championship this year on all different continents, comprised of the different SRO Motorsport championships. Now, if you want an explanation on the different SRO championships, which can get kind of confusing as I just stop at this crosswalk here, you won't catch my breath. I talked about it in my vlog from Circuit Paul Ricard when I was shooting GT World Challenge there. So you can go check that out if you need more information on what SRO is. There's a GT3 race. We have like just over 20 cars in it. It's 8 hours long. Some of the cars are manufacturer, like works factory entries, and then some are local GT World Challenge America participants racing for their own championship on top of everyone just trying to win the IGTC. So it does get a little bit confusing, but welcome to the world of sports car racing. I was thinking about making a video explaining all the different types of sports car racing. If it's something you'd like to see, leave a comment down below. Maybe I'll get to that. And speaking of the YouTube formalities, comments, likes, shares, subscribes, all that goes a long way into helping me make more of these videos. So I do these in my own free time, something I really enjoy doing, and the teeny tiny little bit of revenue that I get from YouTube could maybe help me hire an editor or something to get these to you a little bit quicker. You can actually just hear race cars now. There's some support series this morning, and they're allowed to start at 8 a.m. and we just clicked past 8 a.m. And a reminder, folks, if you buy a house next to a racetrack, you cannot complain about racetrack noise. It's the most baffling thing in the world. We see news stories about it every year. Don't buy a house near a racetrack. Like, don't buy a house on a golf course if you don't want a golf ball through your window. It's not difficult. Use your brain. And the final thing I want to say is this race in Indianapolis, we joke about the Indy 8-hour. There's not a lot of cars in it. Not a lot of people care about it. But honestly, it's like top 3 events of the year because SRO events are like really laid back, especially the American ones. So it's just been like super chill. Almost feels like you're at a club race with pro cars, and that's nice every now and then, you know? So it's really low key, really chill vibes, good friends as well, good roster of people in the media center. So it's been a fun week, and I'm actually really looking forward to today. Morning, Brent. Look at this guy, this Leica. Look at this, tourist.
Show them the photos. Show them the photos.
Ready to go?
Yep.
Let's do it. Oh my God, sorry, he's just overexposed. Ah. Look how close the track is. It's amazing. Unreal that we were able to get this place. So we're cutting it pretty close today. The autograph session starts at 10 and it's 9:16, but whatever, it'll be fine. We'll get in. All our stuff's already at the track, which is amazing because we have lockers at Indy. So all our stuff's just locked up at the track, and all we have to do basically is set up our laptops when we get there and grab our cameras and go shoot. So not too bad. The autograph session's usually pretty low key. The light's really nice right now though, so it might be cool. It might get a little bit of light. I actually have to get in this lane. I mean, but it's a little bit cloudy, man. This might ruin everything. This cloud needs to break. We haven't had a cloud in the sky all week, and now it's kind of like, I don't know, layered cloud, which could be good, but I don't know. Might not be that great. Hopefully it breaks and doesn't stay like, you know, mostly cloudy all day, mess with our really nice light. Because the one good thing, well, there's many good things with this race, but the main good thing about this race is that we get an unbelievable golden hour at like 6 p.m. It's just insane. Now, we've already shot that during practice the other night, but like I'd love to go out and get a few more shots during it, or at least shoot in the pit lane, because the pit lane is backlit at that time of day and looks absolutely amazing. And we shoot backlit, folks. We're not old timers here that are shooting with the light. We want the light behind our subject because it looks amazing. All right, welcome to the media center here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This is one of the nicest media centers we actually come to. The facilities are great. The one downside is that in the morning and in the evening, the light shines like really harshly directly through these windows and blinds you. So that's not great, but other than that, I mean, like I said, it's a great facility. The Wi-Fi is fast. We don't ask for a lot. We ask for fast Wi-Fi, water, and lockers, and we have all three here. So we're stoked. So we're just down here hanging out in the garages now before the autograph session, getting a few shots of the cars before they roll away, because they're going to take them to the grid at the same time. So we're going ahead, just going to get some cool shots. This is actually like the famous sort of garage area here in Indianapolis. Got the pagoda behind me. This is Gasoline Alley right here, where you get that famous photo from the top where they push the cars through to the grid for the Indy 500. Lots of hustle and bustle going on. Quite a few people here. It's not the most popular event. It's still kind of growing each year, but still quite a few people here. And every fan that bought a general admission ticket can come here and walk through the garage and run into the drivers and see people and basically almost go right into a team's garage. But don't go into a team's garage. Don't just, even if there's no tensor barriers or anything, don't just wander in a team's garage, okay? Don't do that, that's bad. And those snacks aren't for you, they're for the team, okay? Back in the very bright media center. Like I said about the windows, you get a lot of light in here. It's nice, and then sometimes it's not nice. But we're getting ready to go down to the grid now, or I'm going to go down to the grid. Brent's going to go with Fred to the turn one area and get there early. Also, Fred needs to set up a remote camera. Fred's also shooting the race for one of his clients, so he's just going to give Brent a hand because he has a golf cart. And then I'm going to actually bring both cameras down to the grid. I'm going to bring the gimbal. Yeah, formation lap starting now, so I'm going to bring the gimbal as well as the FX6 down to the grid, and I'm going to stash the gimbal at one of my clients, or one of the teams, probably one of the BMW teams, and then just take that, and I'm just going to make the walk down to one. It's probably going to take about 10 minutes to get there, so I'll have to leave pretty early, unfortunately, so I won't get the national anthem and all that, but got to get to turn one for the start. So we're going to get two different start shots. Brent's going to be on the outside in the grandstands, getting a nice elevated shot shooting over top of the big high catch fence. There's a really high catch fence here, obviously because of IndyCar. This being an oval track, that's it's necessary at an oval track. And then I'll be on the inside, down low, getting sort of mostly actually really around turn 2 as they snake through, because there's usually some sort of crazy action down there if they want to get that. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Good.
You?
Easy day. Easy day.
Easy. It's only 8 hours.
The easiest day is the race. Busy down on the grid. I'm just grabbing a few shots down here of the cars and lots of people and trying to show, the atmosphere of the event. Again, it's not the most popular event. There's not, tens and tens of thousands of people here. But, the people that are here are down here enjoying the grid, which is incredible because anyone that bought a general admission ticket gets to go to the grid, and that's one of the greatest things about this. The grid is not just for rich people, it's for everyone. So people are down here enjoying themselves, hanging out, seeing the cars up close, talking to the drivers, getting last minute autographs. I'm getting a few shots, and then I'm gonna head down to turn 1.
All right, so just on the lengthy walk, it's not even that lengthy. It's like 6 minutes down to the inside of turn 1 or turn 2 where I'm gonna shoot the start. Like I said, Brent's up in the top of the grandstands. The one thing I really like about Indy, or I keep saying the one thing, one of the things I like about Indy is that we have this, like, you know, you have all these big structures and huge grandstands for the oval track, and like, they look really cool. Like, we did a shoot with the JMR drivers up in the grandstands by the media center the other day in this sort of like concourse area, and it looked really cool. Like, it looked awesome, and doing little shoots like that and having access to the drivers, that only took us 15 minutes to do, and it was really cool. It worked really well, and it's just something different to like fill out your edits, you know. Some like action shots are not always, you know, the most interesting thing. You want to have some other stuff, some lifestyle stuff, some shots of the drivers, and the drivers really love it too, because, you know, a lot of them, they're not big on doing stuff like that, you know, because it takes up their time, and they're like, it's you know, evening, like, oh, I really want to go for dinner and go back to the hotel. We've been doing stuff all day. And, you know, if you make a great piece of content with, you know, the shots you get in that time you ask them for, they see the outcome of it and like, oh wow, that actually looks really cool. So it didn't feel like a waste of time to do that, you know? So it's really important. Cars are rolling, you can probably hear that. And I just realized I don't have my earplugs in, so I gotta put my earplugs in. When you come to a racetrack, folks, please wear ear protection. It's really silly not to. Your hearing is damaged permanently. It cannot be corrected. If you lose your hearing, it's gone forever. And I know people in their 30s that never wore ear protection when they were younger that already have tinnitus and ringing in their ears. So wear ear protection. I'm wearing the loop earplugs now with the extra attachment for more decibel reduction. It reduces 40 decibels, which is plenty to still hear the cars quite well, and I can hear myself talking. But it also cuts that damaging sound. It's still a little bit loud on the front stretch with the cavernous sort of a reverberation off all the grandstands. It can be used for it. But yeah, wear ear protection. It's really silly not to. And the amount of children that I see at the racetrack whose parents don't protect their ears, it's shocking. And I just think that's not good. In fact, I think it's negligent. I'll say that outright. And if that pisses you off, I'm sorry, but put ear protection on your kids. Like, it can be a very damaging level of sound. So now this isn't sponsored by Loop or anything. I don't have a deal with them, but I have sold a lot of these. I posted them in my story, and about 10, 12 people messaged me and asked me which ones I bought, and then said that they bought them. So you're welcome, Loop. If you want to sponsor the vlogs, reach out. We're gonna shoot the start now, though. Down here, about in turn 3, they're gonna go through there, and maybe, just maybe, we'll catch a little crazy action, maybe a spin or something. But I mean, I hope all my clients get through it clean. But, you know, a little color would be nice. Head up on the viewing mound here and shoot through the fans on the other viewing mound, do a little panning, and see how that looks. I've done it here before, and it's a pretty cool shot. It's not as filled out here as it usually is. Usually it's much more crowded for the larger race events, but she's still look good, so I'll give that a try. So the key to doing this is to shoot a manual focus, shoot a long focal length, and then just pan through fans in the foreground, and it creates this really cool effect that you see here. Alright, I made a quick pit stop at the media center, and now I'm going to head down to the pit lane right away. We're not even an hour in, we're only 40 minutes into the race, but Emma from WRT texted our group chat. That's kind of how we communicate with the PRs. And she said, hey, we're going to pit basically after the first stint and do a driver change on both cars, and I definitely want to get that, because if I can bank those, that would be great. My gimbal is stashed down here. I left it down here by Johor with the tire guys. Good guys. I was like, hey, can I leave this here? They're like, yeah, stash it back here, hide it. Perfect. So I'm just going to go down and grab that and shoot this stuff. I even remember to bring an extra battery because I'm such a professional.
So I figured I'd just VO this part and kind of explain how a lot of the time things don't go the way that you plan. So I'm shooting on a gimbal here. I wanted to do a full 360 walk around. and that's not going to be possible because both cars ended up coming in on the same lap. And I don't like using a gimbal a lot in the pit lane because it kind of takes the control away from you. You see here the fire bottle guy is telling me to move back because eventually the tires are going to come to that area, which I was aware of, but hey, he's just being extra careful. Sometimes like they know who I am, but sometimes you're just another guy with a camera in the pit lane, and unfortunately a lot of the people with cameras in the pit lane aren't that smart and get in the way. So this ended up really not going how I wanted. The footage is fine, didn't really end up using any of it because it just, yeah, wasn't what I was planning, and you can kind of hear me say that right here.
That was rough. That was rough. Good there. So just dropped by the media center after that stop in pit lane, dump some footage. I'm going to start putting some edits together and things, getting some things prepped out. I may have to run right back down to the pit lane now though, because I think JMR is going to make their final stop and Prince Jeffrey's going to get out of the car and then he's done driving for the day. So if you want to get anything of him, like, you know, suiting down, getting out, whatever, this is going to be our only opportunity because he's just doing his two stints and then he's done for the day. It's going to be pros the rest of the way. So I should probably throw my suit back on. I'm half wearing it and head down to the pits. Just get that. Brent is down there right now, but if we get two angles, probably a good call. So may go ahead and do that and then come back up and get back to editing. Hopefully our lunch will be here soon. Look at this butt shot, just straight at this guy's butt. Just loving it.
And then I just got out of there. It's right around.
So as you can see, that sequence of pit stops was much better. We just went down. I actually missed Prince Jeffrey getting out of the car, but Brent was there, so he got it. They came in earlier than we thought they would. That's the thing, you gotta be like, you can't be everywhere all at once, right? And you can only get so much heads up from people on the team. So much better sequence though, got WRT, both cars came in at the same time, but I didn't have the gimbal, so I felt more comfortable, moved around, got really nice slow-mo stuff of, you know, the wheels coming off, with the brake dust. It was amazing. So got a driver change as well, and then Flying Lizard came in and we were both there for that, so that was great. So I think we have so much stuff, like it's going well. I was down on myself for a little bit there, but now it's like we bounce back and we have really good. So I'm gonna do some editing now. We're gonna hopefully have lunch. Lunch should be here soon, and then gotta get right back on it because the light's gonna start getting good around 4:30, and then we'll go back down to the pit lane. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. We did manage to go down to the pits again, both Brent and I. The light's getting good, but unfortunately, the safety car came out and everybody came in all together, and the light was still behind the top portion of the grandstands. So it wasn't exactly what we were wanting, but hey, it is what it is. We still got good pit stop stuff. We're now just doing a little bit of editing, dumping some footage. There's gonna be dinner dropped off soon. We're gonna grab some dinner, and then there's about 2 hours and 35 minutes left. Then we're gonna head out with Fred on his golf cart and go shoot some golden hour stuff because I think we have enough pit stops. We could get another golden hour pit stop, but I think we have enough stuff for our edits, and that's really what's important. So yeah, we'll go out do some trackside shooting, which I haven't really done much since the start of the race. So looking forward to that. It's hit, folks. It's golden hour. Golden hour has hit, and it's awesome. So we're shooting backlit right now. Big ups to Fred. He's down there. He gave me a ride on his golf cart. I'm gonna do a little bit of shooting here. Brent's doing pits. The light's also mint in the pits right now, but I wanted to come to trackside because he did trackside during the practice session Thursday night where the light was good, and I did pits, so we split it up. So yeah, it's pretty unreal. We're gonna shoot here, kind of this backlit shot. This is like turn 3-4 area where it's kind of like a 3/4 going away type shot where the light is behind them and it looks amazing. A polarizer can really help in these situations to bring some of the sheen off of the tracks. I'm using a circular polarizer. I've got some from ProMaster, like I said, 77 mil, and it looks amazing. So it's really helping keep that glare down on track. We're gonna do here, and then we're gonna go back to turn 2 area and do it there as well, because we have the shots from the golf course, which is the other backlit spot. And folks, backlit is better than frontlit. We're not old heads here that are like, no, you gotta shoot with the light on the subject. I mean, that's fine. That's all well and good. If you wanna do that, more power to you. But we're ballers, so we shoot backlit. Fred, it's almost time for the last race of the day. Which race is that?
Racing the sun. Trying to get as many places as possible to get as much variety in golden hour as possible.
Correct.
I think we've already hit like 3 places. This will be our 3rd, right?
Yeah, this will be our 3rd. This, I think, will probably end up being the last.
It'll be the last because it's going to get behind the speedway and we're going to lose it.
So there was a safety car as soon as we got to our 3rd spot. Safety car out of the full course yellow is kind of the worst thing ever. And I think the driver that causes a safety car or a red flag during golden hour should 5 race ban. Like, you're gone, 5 races, think about what you did, you ruined it for us. That's what the rules would be in my championship anyway. So. All right, back in the media center now. Golden hour was good. The beginning was good. The end part, the 3rd location, didn't really work out how I wanted it to, but whatever. Safety car kind of screwed everything up. But we're back in the media center now. There's just under an hour to go. I'm just gonna have some dinner. We have some amazing pizza. The active track is going. Pizza from Brosini in Speedway. Our favorite pizza place in Speedway. It's unbelievable. We usually order pizza after the race every year. But this year, the race organizer, SRO, decided that they would pay for the pizza and get it for everybody. So we're going to have some pizza now, and then I'm going to throw my fire suit on and go down just for the end of the race for the celebration. And then, looks like, fingers crossed, things are going to be good here, and we might win this race. So, yeah, unfortunately, AAA car, like I said, is out of the race. Not great, but, it's been a rough IGTC season for them. At Spa, we had the car flip and whatnot, and they didn't do very well at Bathurst either. I wasn't with them there, but so really sorry for them. They're a great group of people, so really unfortunate. But I'm going to have my pizza, and then I'm going to go down to the pit lane. Nighttime white balance, there we go.
I've just set mine to raw and ISO 1 billion.
Yeah, well, I can't do that. Must be nice. All right, so heading down to the pit lane now. There's 10 minutes left. We're splitting up. Brent's at WRT. I'm at Turner. Looks like Turner's going to win the championship World Challenge American Pro-Am, and they're in P2 in class, I think. Not sure I want to get a celebration for P2 in class. But we'll get it anyway. Brent can handle WRT by himself, so I don't need to be down there. I'd rather be here.
Get out the box, man. Yeah, I've been maxed out for hours.
Get on the roof, mate. Get on the roof. Get on the roof. Yeah! Let's go!
Well, we're partway through the podium. There's many different podium celebrations to do, but I just did the overall one for the IGTC. So WRT came through and won the race. They actually finished second on the track, but the leading car had a 5-second penalty, and Trees managed to finish. I think it was like 4.5 seconds behind them. So it's a nail biter, but he got it done. And WRT win the race overall. They did win the class, but because the car that was ahead of them wasn't in the IGTC Pro class, but they get the overall race win. And now once we're finished with the podiums, Charles Wirtz is actually going to get a trophy for winning the Drivers' Championship in IGTC. And then we're going to go down there to the Yard of Bricks and do the customary kissing of the bricks. So that'll be cool. It's always a really fun part of the race where the guys get to go down. The whole team gets to do it, take a group shot with the car, and then we'll start editing. It's getting pretty late. It's at 8:45, so we'll be here pretty late tonight. But awesome when your client wins the race. It's just cool because you're close with them. They win it, and then also it's just great because it just makes the storytelling that much easier. You just win. I love it.
All right, here we go. One more time, gentlemen. 3, 2, 1. Nice.
This is the coolest photo in the media center. Like, look, you've got like US Air, NASCAR, Camel, Skoal. Like, this was that Family Channel. Like, this was the great era of NASCAR, you know? Man, look at all those corporate sponsors. Capitalism.
We are WRT.
We are going to WRT to say goodnight. To say goodnight and to steal more pizza.
You want more pizza?
No, I don't. I just want to drink.
I want
I want like a Coke or something.
I don't.
I've been drinking water all day. What time is it? It's almost midnight. All right, well, pretty much done for tonight anyway. A little bit more work to do tomorrow, but everything that needed to be delivered is delivered. But we are going to go down to Garage 8 and see WRT before we leave and say bye to them. They won't be here tomorrow. We're going to come back tomorrow. We don't have to shoot anything. There are support series tomorrow. I've always found that weird when there's like supports after the main race, but yeah, there's support series in the morning that we don't have to shoot, but we're going to come in and hang out because our flight's not till the evening because every flight that wasn't in the evening was stupid expensive. So we're just basically hanging out in Indy for the day. We're just going to come in and hang out. We left all our equipment tonight. We'll pick it up in the morning. I'll edit tomorrow a few more things and then head home in the evening. So Brent's going to try and get a shot of Keanu Reeves. That's his goal for tomorrow. So because he's racing in the GR Cup randomly. Canadian Keanu Reeves. We claim him. But yeah, we will go down and say bye to WRT, and then that'll be a wrap on today's events. I think it was a pretty good day. Long week when you get to a race on Tuesday and you don't leave until, Saturday at midnight. So got everything we needed. As a WRT won the race, which is awesome. It was sucked that Joe Hoare again, that they had another issue and didn't get to finish, but WRT winning kind of perked us right back up. But always, like I said when I was at the podium, always great when your clients win the race because it just makes everything easier. You get a great storyline, everyone's happy, and it's fun. So, and you're motivated to make something great because you're celebrating with your clients. So, happy for BMW. Charles Wirtz, the IGTC Drivers Champion, which is awesome. Great guy. We like Charles Wirtz. I think he's currently in my BMW factory driver power rankings, he's like P1 or P2. Well, thanks so much for watching the vlog. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. What a day in a life is like when you work an 8-hour sports car race where we got to the track at 9:30 in the morning and it's now 10 to midnight when we're finally leaving. So hopefully it was a good insight for you. Hopefully you learned some things from the camera settings on the screen that I put up.
Look at the moon.
Oh my God, look at the moon up there. Full Shell logo tonight. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching, appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, all those things are fantastic. They really help me out. And we'll see you in the next one.